Is my screen visible? Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, both my voice and my screen is visible.
अलग-अलग को चालू किया ना?
Yeah, good afternoon, Krishna Prasad. Thank you for sharing the video. I've not gone through it. I'll go through it. Okay, and even Bhaskar, thanks for sharing the video. Bhaskar is on the line. So the today topic is selling to cash. So typically today we'll dwell upon the sales cycle, okay, which starts from the sales order to the sales entry to receipts of money against the sales, right? So before we start this session, are there any specific questions with respect to morning session about purchase to cash? If there are any questions, please put it on the chat so that we could understand your question. Okay, while users are typing questions with respect to morning session, okay, one more thing I would like to request all of you today at 9 p.m. Okay, please ensure that you are lighting a lamp at your home. Okay, let's all be together in this and help country to eradicate COVID-19. So hope everyone is getting prepared for this today's event at 9 p.m. Yes. Thank you, Raviraj. What about others? Nivedita, good. Dinesh, great. Rajesh, good. Vishwanath, yes. Trivikram, good. Miloni, right. Good. Shashikant, yes sir, good. Jyoti, Bhaskar, Siddharth, yes, everyone is ready. Good. Manjula, yes. Great. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions. Hope everything is clear to everyone about the procurement to payment cycle. So now let's move on to selling cycle. Okay, so how many of you generate sales order in your organization? Before making a sale, how many of you record sales order, then make a sale? Is there any organization who is using sale order in Tally? Okay, I doubt. No one is responding. Means probably no one is using sales order in Tally. That's fine, not an issue. Okay, so let us understand why sales order is required. So how many of you are making a delivery challan apart from this sales invoice? How many of you are making delivery challan in Tally? Okay, Rajesh is saying we prepare quotations. Krishna Prasad, yes, interested in our company. I want to start from this financial year. Okay. Ashwini, yes, they use sales order in Extrude Hone. Trikram, we did everything in Excel till date. Trikram, we will help you to configure everything in Tally. Do not worry, we are there for you. Yes, Ashwini from Extrude Hone, they do delivery challan. Okay, good. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, since you have gone through the purchase cycle, which had purchase order, GRN, purchase entry, purchase bill accounting, and making payments. In sale order also you have something similar. Okay, but this is related to sales. So in the sale order, in the sales cycle, it starts with the sales order. Okay, so even before sales order, there will be quotations. Okay, so quotation, sale order, from sale order, one flow is you will do the invoice, and you can call both invoice itself as the delivery challan, or you could have a separate delivery challan and then make an invoice. Okay, then once when the invoice is done, against that there is receipt of money. Okay, so even in this case you would have got advance while receiving the order. Probably some customers would have paid you advance also against the order. Okay, so the flow is something similar to what we discussed in the morning, but this is about the sales cycle management. That was about the procurement management. Okay, generally in an organization, procurement is dealt by purchase team. Okay, and stores are common. Okay, generally procurement is the responsibility of the purchase department. But in case of sales and delivering the goods, okay, sales is generally the responsibility of sales and marketing department. Okay, and of course the stores plays a major role in both in purchase and sales, because they are the one who are responsible for ensuring the materials are taken in and delivered out. Right? Okay, so let's move on to our presentation. So the objective is to ensure we increase the efficiency and eliminate the duplication of work. So that's the objective of this training. So the cash flow, this sales to cash flow. Okay, the list of activities that we do is sale order, delivery note, sales invoice, and receipts. So let's move on. So procurement to cash, so it is typically sales to cash. So first is sale order. I'm sorry, it is not sales, it is sales order. Okay, sales order to delivery note. Okay, I beg your pardon, it's my mistake. It is not sales, it is sales order. From sales order, okay, the information about the sales order is given to the stores generally. The stores will ensure that the materials are ready for dispatch. So once when they are ready, they generate the document called delivery note. So once when they generate delivery note, that information will come to accounts team and they prepare sales invoice. Okay, now both delivery note and sales invoice will go along with the goods as a sale. Right? Then once when the sale is made, we collect money from the customers. Okay, so now we need to see how do we link the sales order to delivery note, the delivery note to sales invoice, and the sales invoice to receipts. Okay, so what I have seen is in in lot of companies, okay, generally delivery note and sales invoice, they will club this as one document. And today, for the statutory purpose, if you are delivering any any materials, that has to go with an invoice. Okay, because of the implementation of GST, e-way bill, okay, integration of e-way bill to GST and everything. So it's not at all possible to send a material without invoice today, legally speaking. All right. So the second flow is basically you will have a sales order, prepare the sales order, then against the sale order you are preparing invoice cum delivery note. That is stage number 2, because generally in a smaller organization or in a medium organization, they might not do these two separately. Okay, they will do invoice cum delivery challan. Right? Now from there, against that, there is a receipt of money. Okay, so let's do one thing. Okay, now let's go to Tally and see how to do both this, the first flow and the second flow, type 1 and type 2. Is it fine? Okay, so let me just open Tally. So everyone is able to see Tally screen on your computer? Okay, fine. So to configure the sales order processing in Tally, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go and enable this feature. So to enable the feature, simple, on gateway of Tally, go to F11 features. Under inventory features, you have an option as order management. Under order management, you could see the sales order processing. Okay, so enable the sales order processing and also ensure that, okay, tracking orders, tracking numbers with both delivery notes and receipt notes are enabled. So these are the two things you have to ensure that you need to enable. Accept these changes, whatever the changes you have made. Okay, now once when you come to the order management, on your gateway of Tally, if you go to order vouchers under transactions, you will find sales order. Okay, so example, there is sales order, Alt F5, sales order. So you get this order screen. So what you are doing is, your customer is giving you an order, you are entering it as sales order in your system. Okay, so I'm entering the first sales order, 4th of November. So I have got an order from Royal Agencies. So I have got an order from Royal Agencies. His address should be available if there is recorded. Then what is the mode terms of payment? It's online. Okay, terms of payment is on delivery. Terms of delivery at their godown. Okay, it can be a text message, whatever you want. Okay, then dispatch through. Example, we are dispatching through VRL services, VRL transports. Destination, Mysore. Okay, order number. This is the internal document reference number for us to track. Say example, I'm just saying 1001. What item he has ordered. Example, he has ordered, say 10 computers. Okay, due by, again you could have this due dates, scheduled due dates. Say example 10 numbers at 25,000 rupee per computer. It's 2,50,000. Okay, so example, I have only one item. Order received from Royal Agencies. Right? So what I've done is, I'm just going back to this transaction. What I've done is, on 4th of November, I have recorded one sales order which I have received from Royal Agencies for supply of 10 computers due by today on 4th of November. I've just saved this transaction. Okay, so now you could also go and print this. It will show you as sales order received from Royal Agencies, invoice to Royal Agencies, buyer's reference or order number 1001. Okay, description of the goods, computer due by 4th November, 10 numbers at 25,000 rupees. Right? 2,50,000. So this is what my sale order is. Now against this, okay, the first thing what we are doing is we are dispatching the goods. Say example, on 5th of November, I will go to inventory vouchers and I'm preparing a delivery challan. Okay, so I'm preparing a delivery challan for Royal Agencies. Now it will show me the order details, pending orders. Srinivas, sale order and quotations are different. Quotation is what we give to the customer. Sale order is what the customer purchase order we are updating as sales order. Sale order is a commitment saying that I need to supply this material. Quotation is not a commitment. Quotation is a request to place the order. So these two are different documents. Okay, so I'm saying against this 1001, document number. Okay, I'm dispatching partial. Say example, I will just say tracking number is one same. I'm taking the order number itself as tracking number. Okay, so I'm saying I'm supplying 4 numbers of computer being partial shipment done. So I'm just supplied the partial materials. Okay, sorry, I think I did sale order once again. No, I did delivery note. So this is basically DC, delivery note. See, do you want to use sale order or as quotation? Yes, you could use. I'm not saying no, you cannot use. Okay, you could use, make sale order as optional and use as quotation. Possible. Okay, so on 5th of November, I have delivered 4 numbers. Okay, again, example, I'm saying on 7th of November, I'm supplying sorry, I need to go to inventory vouchers, delivery note. On 7th of September, Against this order number, I am supplying example tracking number 2. Okay, there I could have taken 1. This is 2. I am supplying 3 more. So initially I supplied 4. I am supplying now 3 more. Okay, again the partial shipment. Now if I go and look at the reports, say if I take my stock summary of computers, okay, it's -7 because we didn't had any opening stock. So everything it is showing us delivered. So against 1001, against 2 different documents, one on 5th and one on 7th, we have delivered 7 items, 7 numbers. Okay, now let us assume that customer says, okay, you hold this further deliverables and give me the invoice for 7. Another 3 I will tell you after 2 weeks you could supply. Okay, so if the customer makes that statement, now I should be in a position to generate an invoice. So example, we had used the voucher clause. So I'm just using the same voucher clause. Okay, and I'm trying to account this. Okay, so I'm just saying it is from Royal Agencies. Delivery note both, because in 1001 I have delivered 4 numbers, in 2 I have delivered 3 numbers. I need to take both. So I'm selecting one, and again I'm selecting the second one. So once when I select both, automatically 4 and 3 is selected. So total 7 numbers. Since I have configured the GST also as part of my voucher class, it is also calculating GST at 18%. Is it clear? Okay, so let me just complete this transaction. So I get 10 days of credit, example, being sales invoice updated. So I updated the sales invoice. I could just go and print this invoice. So the invoice, something comes like this. Okay, Saraswati Traders to Royal Agencies, if his address, everything will come. On the right hand side, I have an invoice number, date, delivery note number 1001, comma 2. So there are 2 delivery notes. It's online, on delivery, terms of payment, mode of payment, supplier invoice number 1001, buyer's order number 1001, 4th November, dispatch document number, delivery dates. So one document, one shipment went on 5th and the second shipment went on 7th. So it is showing both the dates. Dispatch through VRL transport, destination is Mysore, terms of delivery at their godown. So there is 7 items and the GST is also auto calculated and the invoice is ready. Okay, so is it clear? So let me just go and look at the chat. Okay, so Srinivas is saying, but actually we should send invoice along with DC. Yes, of course, that's the reason I told. Okay, I have taken type 2 example where invoice come DC can be prepared at once. Okay, so it's left to the customer how they want to do. Tally supports both. I'm just demonstrating how flexible Tally is, so that if you want DC separately and invoice separately, you could do that, or you could do both the things together. Trivikram explaining of GST, I will do it in the GST session, because here I have not actually configured the GST. Okay, I've just configured GST so that you can see the values, that's all. But that's the very crude way that I have done. Okay, that's not the right way. Okay, please wait for the GST session so that you can completely understand right from how to configure GST and how to use it. How can we deliver material without invoice? Srinivas, same thing I'm telling you. If we can do invoice come DC, what I'm demonstrating is Tally is flexible. If someone requires that, they could do. Okay, so Krishna Prasad, one more time, please. Okay. If the product have different category of GST, what to do? Krishna Prasad, you have to wait for GST session, because I don't want to digress the topic. Okay, so for detailed understanding, okay, we'll take GST session separately. There we could try to address all these things. Right? Okay, so somebody wanted to repeat this. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me take one more different sale order and a sales invoice so that you will be able to understand in a better way. So I'm taking one more example. So first, sales order. Okay, so example, I'm just changing the date, 10th of November. There is one sales order for the party. I'm just creating a new party. Okay, so let me just say Attakalari traders or Attakalari info systems. There are sundry debtors. Okay, they are in Wilson Garden, Bangalore. Contact person Mr. Srinivasan at gmail.com. Okay, so example I've just updated. One party, okay, Wilson Garden. Mode online payments. Terms of payment 15 days credit. Terms of delivery at our site in Indira Nagar. Dispatch through by road. Destination Bengaluru. Right? Order number. This is order number of Attakalari who has given us an order number. So I'll just say it is 43279. On 10th of November, they have given us an order for supply of Apple iPhone 6, and they have given the schedules also. Okay, so let me don't worry about this. Let me say by 14 they are saying they want 3 Apple phones. Okay, so they have ordered one more item. They want BPL music system. They want 2 BPL music system, which is at 15,000 rupees. Okay, so I'm just taking 2 items being order received from Attakalari. Okay, so clear on this, the order entry. So you could go and look at this order entry. Okay, so the order entry is also getting listed out here. You could also, so there is also due on by when we have to deliver this. All those details are available. So is this clear? Sales order. Now against this sales order, I make a delivery note, then an invoice, both on the same day. Let us take an example, because my stores is doing the DC while my accounts team is doing the invoice. Okay, so let me just take. Okay, so I got an order on 10th, so I have decided to supply on 14th. So on 14th, I'm making a sales entry. So it is local sales. Okay, so automatically the ledgers have been configured. Who is the customer? Customer is not listing out here. Reason being, we were using the voucher type configurations. So that was the reason the customer is not listing out here. Okay, let me just move the customer to a different group. Attakalari basically comes under Bangalore district. So now I make a sales entry on 15th of November. Okay, Attakalari is listing out here. Attakalari Info Systems. So once when I select this, I don't have any delivery notes because I'm saying we are doing both DC and invoice together. Okay, so first let us do a DC, then come to an invoice on the same day. Okay, so on the same day we are doing both DC and the invoice. So I'll just first go to delivery note on 15th of November. Okay, select Attakalari Info Systems. So I have the order number against which order I'm supplying the material. So automatically all the details have been picked from that order. So dispatch document number is available. I just given the dispatch document number, and automatically these quantities are updated on my screen. So Apple phone 3 numbers and music system 2 numbers. So tracking number is 3. I have selected it as 3. Order number is 43279. 3 Apple phones and 2 BPL music systems. Tracking number is 3. So I am supplying full against that order. Ready for dispatch. So once when my stores confirms that the materials are ready for dispatch, accounts team will do the sale entry against the DC. So they are going to the sales entry, local sales, and they are selecting the who's the customer they want to bill. So it is showing the delivery note number 3, what we had recorded as DC, the record which had come from my stores department. So I'm just updating all these details. So as I selected the DC number 3, my order number, everything is updated. So all the numbers is flowing from my DC. Item numbers, everything is flown from my DC. Okay. Now if there is any transportation charges, say example, I'm charging to deliver this. Okay, there is 400 rupees of transportation charges. So I'm just updating that because I need to collect this from the customer. So I'm giving 5 days of credit. Being materials invoice. Okay, so sale entry is done. I could just go on print to look at how does my sales entry look like. Saraswati Traders, Kanzainis, Attakalari Info Systems, Wilson Garden. Invoice number I had given as July, so it's just taking as July 002, 15 November. Delivery note number 3, 15 days of credit online payment. Supplier invoice number 43279, dated 10th November. Dispatch document number 654567. That is what we had updated in the DC on 15th of November by road. What are all the items? So here you have the customer address details, contact details. What are all the items we are billing? Apple iPhone 6, 3 numbers, and BPL music systems, 2 numbers. So total is 1,65,000, transportation charge of 400 rupees and tax at 18%, it is 14,850 into 2. So total value is 1,95,000, which is available in words, and the bank details are available for the customer to make an online payment. Is this clear? Okay, let me just go to chats and understand. Please explain GST part. How can we deliver method retail sales invoice? One more invoice, please. So Krishna Prasad, are you clear on this? I showed you one more time. Okay, so Srinivas is asking one question. How can you club two different DCs into one sale invoice? So if the customer wants, so I might be supplying at multiple times and do one consolidated invoice. It depends from organization to organization. So what I wanted to show is that flexibility is available in the system. Can we have the serial number for the product also? Yes, you could have the serial number. Okay, so to have the serial number, you need to enable those things in inventory. Okay, so that will be part of the batch number. Basically, serial number is part of the batch numbers, so that we will be dealing in advanced inventory management. We'll show you when we take up the topic of advanced inventory management. Okay, so Mr. Trivikram is asking a question. What are the disadvantages if I directly raise sales invoice without filling sale order and delivery receipts? See, disadvantage is only one thing. Okay, if you need to track how many orders are there on hand which has still not been fulfilled. So example, if you have 10 orders and you have fulfilled 4 and 6 is pending, and if you're not maintaining sale orders, you will not be able to check in the system how many orders are pending to be fulfilled. So that is one disadvantage. But if you are okay with that, then you need not maintain sales order. Okay, sales order will just give an indication of how many orders are there on hand which needs to be fulfilled, so that accordingly you can plan your materials. Without filling sale order and delivery challans. Okay, so if you don't have delivery challans, what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is, okay, for how many sale invoice you have raised, whether those items are shipped or not. If you want to have a reconciliation between the invoiced quantity versus shipped quantity, then you need to have delivery challans. Otherwise, you will not be able to have a reconciliation of sales versus items delivered. So these two are the disadvantages. Okay, so any other questions before we move? Okay, so where can we see the reports? Okay, so if you want to see the reports same way as we discussed in the morning, just go to display, statement of inventory. Here you have sales order outstanding. Okay, so currently if you look at, there is one sales order outstanding which is raised on 4th. For 10 numbers we had raised, but 3 numbers are still pending to be delivered. So out of 10 orders we had received, we have fulfilled 7. 3 is still pending because in the example that we took, okay, the customer has stopped saying that, okay, stop delivering, we'll let you know at the later stage. So this is one report that you could look at, pending sale order on the screen. Okay. The other thing that you could know is sales bill pending. If there are any bills pending, currently there is no bill pending because against every DC we have done an invoice. If there are any bills pending where we have delivered the material but we have not raised an invoice, that can be looked at this report. Okay. If you want to see all the sales order that is created in your company, you could go to inventory books and say sale order book. So it will show all the list of all the sales order that you have created. This is one report that you could look at. Is that clear? Okay, so one more thing, I will just try to answer few of your concerns. Like most of you are asking, how can we deliver a material without an invoice, right? So without invoice we can't deliver the material. We cannot take out the material out of our premise without invoice as per the GST, right? Srinivas, that is your question. So how can we do a DC without an invoice, and how can we do an invoice at the later dates? So that is the concern that most of you people have, right? So I will give you one business example. Let me take my own company's business example. Okay, so we are Tally certified partners. We sell Tally products. We sell Tally renewals. We do Tally software renewals. Okay, and most of the time Tally software renewals, how do? We do it online. We take the remote of the customer system and we update their software. There is no physical delivery of the product. All right. So example, one of my customer calls today and says, sir, please renew my software. So we'll tell the customer, sir, okay, please give your system on remote. Okay. So first thing is I need to purchase this renewal from my distributor. I will go and purchase from my distributor and I will make the purchase entry in my system. So I have that stock with me. I will take customer system remotely and update their Tally. So their software is renewed. Actually, I have delivered the material. There is no physical delivery of the software. Okay, because these are all done online. So I just take the system in control and deliver it. Now, when I make a delivery, I have not given the invoice to client. I do invoicing after 2 days. So, but I need to track for how many customers have updated this Tally renewals. So in those cases, we require a delivery note to be tracked and to say how many of these delivery notes have been invoiced or not. Okay, these things happens to us on a daily basis. My colleagues goes to customer place, from there they will call and say, sir, please renew the software. We renew the software, update it online, and we will tell the customer, sir, by end of the day we will send you the invoice or email, or within next 2-3 days we will send the invoice. In this case, we need to track how many software renewals have been done. If I don't update the DC, delivery challan, I can't track. It's next to impossible for us, because every year we do some 500 renewals. Every month we do 30-40 renewals. It's practically not possible to track if we don't use delivery challans. Right? So different business scenarios require different ways of handling. Okay, so the beauty of Tally, the magic of Tally is it can support any kind of business scenarios. Hope everyone is able to understand the business scenarios. Okay, so any other questions before we move forward? Okay, so we have looked at the type 1 sales order to delivery note to sale invoice to the receipts. Okay, so receipts, we could just go back to Tally and see, okay, when we receive money, okay, so example, I have received money on 25th of November from online payments from Attacalary Info Systems. So 1,95,100 is pending from them. So they have released 1 lakh rupees ad hoc payment. Against this bill, I have just taken 1 lakh as receipt. Okay, this I have got through online payment with UTR reference number. Partial payments received. Okay, so I could print the invoice, receipt or the formal receipt. So receipt, it says received from Attacalary Info Systems 1 lakh rupees through HDFC Bank with UTR reference number dated. All these things are ready with us. Okay, so let me just go to chat and understand Manjula. As per GST provisions, we can generate DC for sale on approval basis also. So without bill, we can send the goods. Thank you, madam. I was not knowing about this. Okay, if we, so even as per the GST provisions, Manjula is saying DC can be prepared without sales bill, sales invoice on approval basis. So you can send the material specifying the material is issued on approval basis and could be sent without invoices. Yes, so this will help most of the wholesalers who are selling to retailers. Say example, I'll tell you. Okay, so example, I am an distributor of FMCG products. So I am distributor of Parle-G biscuits. Okay, so I have my salesmen who are going on field every day. So what they do is I just load the material in one auto, okay, and send this auto along with a DC which will say sale on approval basis. So my salesman will go to 50 stores every day. He will ask each of the store guys saying how much product you want, how much product you want. So somebody might say I need 20, somebody might say I need 30, somebody might say I need 20. So we cannot do an invoice and send it to them. We are always sending it on approval basis. So these guys will supply, get the details at the end of the day, we prepare an invoice. Okay, that's I think one of the best examples. Yes, Vishwanath is saying we can dispatch along with e-way bill against DC. Yeah, so there are different business scenarios, okay, where we can dispatch the documents with DC and e-way bill. Yes, thank you, Vishwanath. Okay, so now let's go to the next flow 2. So this is flow 1. So let me take flow 2. Okay, so in this flow we have a sale order Against that we have invoice cum delivery challan, invoice cum delivery note. So we treat both invoice and delivery note as one single document. Could be done. And against that we receive money. Okay. So we are treating sale invoice itself as invoice cum delivery note. So let's see how to do that. I'm on my Tally. So what I'll do is I'm just changing the date to 26th and I'm making one sales order. So to Attackalery, there is one more sales order. Okay, order number. I'm just giving the order number reference that has come from Attackalery Infosystems. Okay, now in this time, okay, they are asking for cricket bats. Okay, so they want 25 cricket bats at 1,000 rupees. Okay, and hockey sticks, 10 hockey sticks at 2,000 rupees. So we have booked the order that we received from Attackalery. Okay, so by 29th, the goods are ready for shipment. So what we do is we don't do the DC. We are directly doing a sales invoice. Okay, so we are skipping the DC. We are directly doing the sales invoice for Attackalery Infosystems. So delivery note, it says end of list. There is no delivery notes as such. And against the order number 4543543 that we had recorded, we are doing a DC. Sorry, we are doing an invoice. So the invoice date should be 29th. I'm sorry. So I'll just change this date to 29th. Okay. Against the order number, I'll select against which order. So automatically these items are populated. So probably I would have supplied only 20 numbers. Okay, and in hockey sticks, I'm just supplying only 7 numbers. Balance is I need to supply at the later date. So there is a transportation of 700 rupees for this. There are some days of credit. Sales cum DC raised. Okay. So now once when I want to print this invoice, so when I go to print, okay, it is just showing me the invoice. I can go to the titling and change it as invoice cum DC. Print. So I have this invoice cum delivery challan. I could do this. So though I have got the order for 25 cricket bats and 10 hockey sticks, I'm just supplying the partial for various reasons. The customer might have asked the partial, or we might have sending the partial because we don't have the enough stocks. Okay. So we're just delivering the partial along with the invoice. Okay, so now let us just go and look at the reports. What is going to happen to reports? So display, statement of inventory, sales order outstanding. When you go to sales order outstanding, you could see against Attackalery, we have got for 25 numbers sale order, 5 is still pending to be supplied. Hockey sticks we have got for 10 numbers, 3 is still pending to be supplied. Right? So this is what you will get under orders due. So this is one report. The second report you could look at is if there are any sales bill pending. Currently in this there is nothing called sales bill pending because whatever we have supplied we have billed. Okay, so there is no sales bill pending. And of course, you could also go to inventory books and look at sale order book. So now you have 3 sales order. Okay, so we had done partial delivery. Okay, now let me just go to receipts. Against that partial delivery, on 3rd of December, I received some money from Atacalary on supply of cricket bat and hockey sticks. So I'm just going and updating HDFC Bank, Atacalary. So I received, say example, 35,920 I received. Against which bill? So it will list out which are all the bills. So against this invoice which I had raised, 29 November invoice, against this invoice I have received 35,920. So I'm just accounting this with UTR reference number. Partial money received. So I need not print this. Now again on 5th of December, I'm making a sale entry to deliver the balance goods. So I'm just going back to this and says it's a local sale for Bangalore, this thing, and I'm changing the date to 5th of December. Now Atacalary, sorry, party, 1 second. Sales invoice on 5th of December. Okay, I've taken interstate sales, so that's the problem. I need to take local sales, Bangalore, 5th of December, Atacalary Info Systems. Now when I come to the order, still there is some balances. 5 number of cricket bat and 3 numbers of hockey stick to be supplied. So it is showing us pending orders. So I select this order detail and it is automatically picking the balances that needs to be supplied. So we always know, okay, say example, by mistake, my stores guys have packed 6 numbers of bat. I could always cross verify and say, see, look, against this order, only 5 is pending. Right? So I'm just selecting this order. Against this order, this shipment which is being done, which I'm saying it as invoice cum DC. Being sales cum DC raised. So I could print this document, okay, which can print as invoice cum DC. So even in this document, it says buyer's order number, details, everything is available. So buyer also knows against which order he's getting the materials. Hope this is clear. Now against this, we receive money. So I'm entering the receipt on 15th of December, HDFC Bank from Atacalary. So total of 1,13,280 they have paid, against which are all the invoice numbers. So there are 3 invoice numbers. I'm just selecting all the 3. So they are doing the final settlement. E-invoice, settlement. Okay, so now if I go to display accounts book ledger of Atacalary Info Systems, so I have all these details. So what is the sale, how much of money I have received, again what is the sale, how much money I received, again what is the sale, how much money I received, right? So are there any questions on this? Sales order, DC come invoice, invoice come DC, whatever you might call, and against that receipt of money. Okay. Srivikram has a question. While entering sale order, will the system show us if we have sufficient stock or short stock? See, do you have sufficient stock or short stock is a report that is available, but it will not show when you're making the data entry. See, because while taking the sale order, I might not have the materials. I will always procure from the market and supply. Krishna Prasad, from sale order, can we do sale invoice directly? Yes, that is what I showed you the last example. Sale order, we didn't do the delivery challan, we did directly the sale entry. Okay, so any other questions you have? Okay. Fine. See, sale order, since we had dealt in detail in purchase order, the flow remains the same. Okay, even in sales cycle, you might get some returns from your customers. So you have supplied 100 numbers, the customer has returned 10 numbers back to you. So there are multiple ways to account it. One is if you have already done an invoice, you could take through credit note. If you have not done the invoice and if you have just given only the DC, you could take through rejections in. All those things what we discussed in the morning is also applicable for sales cycle management. Right? Can we see both purchase and sales report in one page on Tally? Miloni, no. Default Tally, it is not possible. We could customize that for you, but we need to understand why you want to see both purchase and sales together. What is the need of this? Because I am purchasing from somebody and selling to someone else. Why do you want to see both on one single screen? So can you explain me in detail why do you require this report? See, purchase and sale on one screen comes in your P&L account, profit and loss account. Miloni, if you could tell me what is the business requirement, why do you need purchase and sales in one single screen, then I could tell you how to do it, if at all if it's possible. or we could customize that too for you to pull both purchase and sales report on one single screen. Okay, so I think I'm through with this. Okay, Miloni, from that we can understand from where we purchased and where we are selling on one report. So what you need is a specific product if you take from whom you purchased and to whom you sold. So it is product wise information. Right? If I'm right, it's a product wise information. So you want to know this specific product from whom all you have purchased and to whom all you have sold. So it is not a purchase and sale register, because in one purchase I might have multiple items purchased, and in one sales I would have got multiple items sold. But here what I think you are asking is, if you take a particular product, you want to know from whom all you have purchased and to whom all you have sold. Is my understanding correct? Okay, that report is available in Tally. Okay, so I'll show it to you. Once when you go to Tally, hope you are able to see Tally screen. Yeah. So if you go to display, inventory books, you have movement analysis. Example, if I just go to movement analysis of an stock item analysis for Apple phone. So it will tell me from whom all I have purchased, how many numbers I have purchased, and to whom all I have sold, at what rates I have sold. Is this the report that you are looking for? Yeah. So this is available as default Tally reports. Okay. So are there any other questions? Any other doubts? Or do you want to know, is something possible, not possible in Tally with respect to whatever we have dealt today? Okay, so if you have anything, please put it on the chat. Okay, we'll wait for next 2 minutes to look at. Okay, while we do that, let us just move on to our presentation. Okay, even I think in our presentation, we have only the questions, that's all for the day. Okay, and the contact numbers are listed out as usual.